Listen, I know it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. I had put y'all down. I had put y'all down. But I'm picking y'all back up, and I promise you this time, when if I put y'all down, I'm picking back up. I'm not gonna put y'all down for good. So I might have some viewers tonight, and I might not have any viewers tonight. But I'm telling you, we riding tonight, and we're gonna talk about quite a few things. So I'm picking up a load. I'm not gonna give specific cities, but I can get a state. So we're going from Kansas to Tennessee, pretty much. You know. Um. So as I get into this stride, give me a minute to get myself on this e-way. I hope y'all have been doing fine. I hope you all's holidays have went well, like Easter and St. Patrick's Day and all of that good stuff. Mine's went well. I have no complaints. But I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Trucking only. Trucking only. Let's just say that. Get my little cigarette day. Hi to my one viewer. Hello, whoever you are. We're gonna talk about leasing a truck or being a company driver. And we're gonna talk about some different companies as well. But right now, y'all can enjoy this ride. And like I said, I'm sorry I put y'all down. I had to pick y'all back up. Y'all see them lights. I can change the colors. Got some colors going. It's kind of annoying right now. We'll cut them on later. All right. We're finna get out here. What it do? I see the comments, but I really can't read them. I can't read them until to pretty much afterwards. But we riding. We rolling. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. This is your girl, Sweet Trucker 901. What it do? What it do? What it do? I hope y'all doing well. It's a pretty windy night up in Kansas. But hey, we're gonna hit that 70 and stretch it on down to 55. And then we in there like friends. But I can tell y'all, I'm headed to the FedEx airport here and picking up, picking up as usual. Try to make sure we are hands free, keeping it safe, keeping it safe. Who is that? A Cassidy, Cassandra, or somebody? What it do? What it do? Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get a GoPro, so y'all ain't dealing with all the shaking, shaking and baking. I'm back to what I do, which I still been trucking now. I just haven't been on no live and having a lot of other stuff going on. So you know, so let's start this out. I drive for a company called Hirschbach. Their headquarters is in Dubuque, Dubuque. I think the corporate is on the Iowa side. So yeah, Dubuque, Iowa. however you say it. And then they have a terminal across the bridge in Dubuque, Illinois. So the office is in Dubuque, Iowa, and then the terminal is in Illinois. Currently, I drive for Hirschbach as a dedicated driver, a dedicated lease operator. And I am currently on a dedicated account for FedEx. Now, I do have a lease payment every week. I have insurance that I have to pay for. They do take out, 10 cents for every mile that you drive and put towards your maintenance fee for like your normal PM service. Most of the PM service is basically like when you go get your oil change, filter change, check all the sensors, all that kind of stuff. Um, you got a level one and you got a level B, a level two. So it's PM service A, PM service B. So they take out 10 cents per mile uh, that you drive every week, and that goes towards your maintenance, your performance maintenance fund. Um, they also put money into escrow fund. So when you complete the lease, if you want to purchase it, you can use it towards the down payment on the truck. All of that stuff is still kind of finicky for me. Um, you do have your own LLC, so you're a 1099 employee. You can sign up for ATBS to help you with your taxes. Um, you just get them everything they need, and they let you know what you need to pay, and that's basically taken care of for you. You can pay quarterly or you can pay yearly. What else they take out for? And the fee for ATBS services is $24 a week. And then they take out for your fuel. So with Hirschbach, they offer you to sign up for the 99 cent program. So anywhere that we fuel within their fueling network, which would be a Flying J, Pilot, 19, Loves, TA, Petro. Um, if you fuel at any of those places, regardless on what the price says at the pump, you're only paying 99 cents. So let's just say I went 1 week, I did 2,700 miles, and I spent like 320 something dollars towards my fuel. So I guess being on this dedicated account with Hirschbach with the 99 cent fuel, that's where you're winning at. Also, right now, the current fuel surcharge I think is anywhere from 60 to 70 cents with the high prices on gas. So on this particular account that I'm on, I get a line haul and I get a fuel surcharge. And no, come where I gotta do what I'm doing. I can't go nowhere, but where I'm going about this money. So, but anyway, you get a line haul, and then you get a fuel surcharge. So you know what you're making before you go on a load. Now, Hirschbach does not have a load board. I wish that they did. They do not have a load board. So we have planners, and then we have um, driver leaders. So the planners get with the driver leaders, let them know what the plans are, and then the driver leader disperses the loads out to the driver. Where you at? For 3 days, having a little connection issues. Y'all bear with me. So yeah. So again, so like I said, we haul FedEx loads. We don't pull FedEx trailers. We pull the Hirschbach trailers or the power trailers, and and we just go from FedEx to FedEx. Now on the weekend, we get to maybe sometimes when they don't have a load coming out of the FedEx that you drop to, uh, they give you what they call a broker load, and basically that broker load is just a regular load. So you'll take that load from wherever to so and so, and again you get a percentage pay. I don't really know what the percentage pay is on it, but you know up front how much that load is paying, and whatever it's paying, it's got your line haul and your fuel surcharge combined in one. So like I took a load from uh Raymond, Indiana, from Blue Diamond, which was a dog food place, to Kansas, not Kansas, but Olathe, Kansas, which was like 500 some miles, and that load paid 1,200 bucks, and I didn't have to fuel on that load. I didn't have to get fuel. I don't have to get fuel until today. This load that I'm picking up from FedEx going to FedEx in Kansas going to Tennessee is a little over 500 miles. When you add the line haul and the fuel surcharge to it, it's gonna be anywhere close to $1,000. So in basically 2 days, I'd have made $2,200. So I say on this account, you got a good opportunity to make decent money. Now, what's a fair wage for a truck driver that's out here putting in anywhere from 25 to 3,000 miles a week? And paying for the truck, paying for the maintenance on the truck, all this other kind of stuff. To me, a fair wage after everything is paid is anywhere from $2,000 to 2,500 bucks. You know, I actually on this account that you dedicated, if you live in Tennessee, Texas, Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, basically everything up that middle, uh, you're home through the week. So, like I said, I asked the drivers, okay, you're not making no money. What is your home time like? How often do you go home? How often do you do a 34-hour reset? You know what I'm saying? And so when they go to explaining to me when they decide to go home versus to when they do a 34-hour reset, I said, that's the reason why you're not making any money. First of all, if you own any dedicated account, you should be willing to run off a recap. If you do not run recaps are the hours that you get back. If you drove this amount of time this week on this day, next week on that day, you're gonna get those hours back. So you constantly have time to run. Now, does it get down to the nitty gritty sometimes where you just don't, based on how these loads are going, you may have to do a 34-hour reset. But majority of the times you're running off a recap. So first of all, if you want to make some money in a truck, first of all, you can't be going home all the time. If you want to be home all the time, hey, go work your regular 9 to 5 or get you a local job. But if you're just starting out in trucking, that's not likely for you to find a local job because driving locally, you're dealing with a lot more traffic. Like you gotta have that experience. You know what I'm saying? And most of the experience that you get is out here on the road, over the road. That's why when a lot of truck drivers come out of school, they start out over the road because that's where you're gonna get your experience at. Now, once you done did 6 to 8 months over the road, hey, you want to come back in and do a local job where you at home every day if you got kids or you got a wife that needs you or you got a husband that wants you at home like that. Once you get that 6 to 8 months experience, then you can start applying for a local job. You know what I'm saying? But if you out here over the time off during peak hours, peak times. Okay, so ours on a Friday. So if your week starts on a Saturday and ends on a Friday, if you want to take some time off, You want to take time off on that Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And my reason for saying that is this. If you bring a load in home, make sure you when you coming home on that Friday that you bringing a load in because that load is ending your current week. Then into Saturday, it's gonna be your second day off. So you brought a load home on Friday. So you off the rest of the day Friday. So then you off on Saturday. And then you off on Sunday. So basically you done got 2.5 days. Now you done did basically a 34-hour reset. And now when you go back out, you're starting with a full 70-hour clock. On top of that, being that you brought a load in on Friday, you done got you a whole weekend. Now, going into your new week, you only took Saturday and Sunday off. So you're going to come back out on Monday. So you got Monday 1, Tuesday 2, Wednesday 3, Thursday 4, Friday 5. Because the pay period is going to end on that Friday by 12 midnight. You have gotten in on the week that you actually took off. You were off Saturday and Sunday. You still got 5 days to get in 5 loads. So that way, if you're leasing a truck, you're not coming back home in the hole. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you fool around and take that time off through the middle of the week, you ain't really got time to catch back up. The only time you should be taking off during the middle of the week is if like you got a special appointment or something like that. So, guys, I'm just saying this to say, in order for you to make money out here on the road, or if you're doing dedicated, right, specific lanes, you have to be really willing to run on recaps, okay? And you also need to pay attention to when you take your home time. Now, if you say, hey, I ain't trying to do all of that. I ain't trying. When I want to go home, I want to go home. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. What you should do, because that truck payment is still going to be coming, what you should do is every week for a month, you should be setting aside money that leads up to 1 week's worth of pay. So that way, when you do decide to take a week off, or you end up taking a week and taking days off through the week and don't really have enough time to get loads in for that check, you still got a check setting to the side because guess what? When you come back out, they still gonna deduct that payment. They're gonna deduct the payment from that week that you took off going into the week that you're coming back on. So that's two payments. So if your truck payment is $700, you do that times two. That's $1,400 coming out your check. You ain't gonna get no check. So if you setting aside money for that, okay, go ahead and take that week off. Also, Hirschbach offers two deferred payments a year. So every 6 months you could defer a payment. So you could say, hey, this week I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna skip a payment. That way, when you come back, you still got a whole check. You know what I'm saying? They're not taking out. They're not taking out a payment. Now you're still gonna pay for insurance, and things like that. But in your ATBS and whatever you else extra insurance, if you got insurance, that's still gonna come out. But at least $700 of your truck payment is not coming out. You got some money in your pocket, okay, and you're not in the hole. So take advantage of those skip payments that you get once every 6 months. So that's two skip payments in a year. So that's how it is. And I could tell you now. So depending on what your truck payment is, all your a fixed cost is something that's gonna be the same every time. The only payments that change is the money that's going toward your maintenance. And that changes because you don't drive the same miles every week. You know what I'm saying? So if you're driving 3,000 miles, you already know 10 cents times that 3,000 miles, that's $300 that's going to come out into your performance maintenance for the maintenance on your truck. But your fixed costs, like your truck payment and your insurance and ATBS or your health insurance or something like that, that's going to be the same every week. So what you want to do is make sure that your truck is grossing more than your costs. So like on my truck, my truck payment is expensive. It's a 2025 Freightliner Cascadia, and my truck payment is 850 a week. plus my insurance. So off the top, y'all, with that and basically how I can average how many miles I go anywhere from 25 to 3,000 miles a week. So I'm already knowing what my fixed cost is. 9 times out of 10, they gonna take $2,000 off the top. So if you start your week off really good and them first two loads get you 2,000, everything else is going in your pocket. You hear me? Everything else is going in your pocket. So you gotta hit the ground running. And you can't be, if a leader, and this is how I like to run. Once I drop a load off, after my 10 hours is reset, I want to be going out with another load. I don't want to sit for no 24 hours or no 34 hours before I get another load. So when they sending you your pre-plan, you should before you accept those pre-plans, you should really take a look at that and see, okay, how much of this am I gonna be driving, and how much of this am I gonna be sitting. I got my headset on so I can keep talking to y'all. I gotta put this code in the gate. Give me 1 second. Yep. So you want to, when they send you that pre-plan out, you don't want to accept it right away. You want to take a look at it, see if it's something that you can do. Does it fit your budget? And if it does, accept the load. If it doesn't, then you reach back out to your driver leader and you say, hey, listen, whatever y'all discuss. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, not all the time are you going to get those good loads. Majority of the times you do, but not all the times. And so just know that if you build up that relationship with your driver leader, if they giving you a crappy load, 9 times out of 10, oh, let me do my arrival, y'all. Hold on. Let me get out the gate. Hold on 1 second. Arrived at the shipper, and I'm going to stop my clock. What's up, Sonya? What's up, Draven? What's up, Valana? What is that, Johanna? Uh, let's see. Okay, so once you accept your pre-plan and you good with it, you good with it. But like I said, all the time, ooh, we crunk over here today. All the time, you're not gonna be able to get the good loads. But if you got a good relationship with your driver leader, 9 times out of 10, when they send you a crappy load, it's because that's all that they got, and they just trying to keep you running. Um, and you trust that, okay, after this crappy load, my next load gonna be some fire. You know what I'm saying? But that's where the relationship has to be really good with your driver leader, on getting that, that good communication going with your driver leader, and being able to trust that your driver leader is taking care of you on that matter. So every load that we get, if you are a Hirschbach driver and you are driving on this FedEx account, they have a list of the routes that we take, telling you how much they pay. So you need to look and see how much that load pays before you accept it. If it's something that something that you want. Let me see, make sure. Okay. Okay, so this is where I stop talking and I go in and I get my paperwork, y'all. So I'm gonna take y'all with me inside, get my extra set of keys, and we finna ride. I hope ain't nobody in here spamming. Chicago? No, I'm not showing my face. I don't need to show my face. I'm showing this work. You want to see the face? You gotta go to the strip club. I'm a trucker. I ain't out here trying to do what a lot of these other. I don't knock them for what they do, but That's not what I'm on. So if you see me, you see me. If you don't, you don't. That's not what we doing. And if I ain't mistaken, I do have a profile pic. Uh, hey, should I just go inside and wait for you? Should I just go inside and wait for you for the paperwork? I'm picking up. I got MC 702. Door 10. Okay, I'll go get hooked up. Not sure if it's ready. Okay. And my name, Leslie. So you want me to just wait a minute? It's okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Oh, she almost caught me slipping there asking for the phone number. We ain't doing that either. But she did say that. So we gonna hook around and go to door 10. I'm trying to put keys in and I already got keys in. Ain't that something? So, like I said, if you drive on this power account, make sure your driver leader gets you that list of the routes, so that way you know um what you got going on before you accept the load. Oh, it's deep out here today, and she is busy. So she told me to go to door 10 and not to hook up to it yet because she says she doesn't know if it's ready. Um, Now, also on this account that we have for Hirschbach, we do have company drivers. Um, there is no guaranteed pay on this account. Ooh, I got a new trailer. These are the new shiny Hirschbach trailers, guys. Yep. And this is a roller bed. So it has the wheels on the bottom of the bed of the truck. The cans that they get off of the FedEx planes just roll right onto their ramp and off of the ramp right onto your trailer. And I'm blowing my horn before I back up. So but yeah, so we do have company drivers that are on this account. I don't listen. I don't knock anybody for what they do. Some people just don't want to take the risk. They got stuff that they gotta do, pay for, and some people just really don't know the benefits of leasing. A lot of people like to call lease drivers glorified company drivers, whatever you want to call me, but I don't think you want to match your settlement. I don't think you want to match your check to my settlement, you know? Um, and like I said, you got some company drivers out here getting to the bag too. I don't knock nobody for what they do. If driving company works for you, it works for you. If being a lease operator works for me, let it work for me. And yes, you got several companies that do leases. Our leases is a walk away lease. You don't have to put any money down to get on a lease. And if you decide that it doesn't work for you, you can turn the truck in, cancel the lease, and jump back on a regular truck and be a company driver. Um, but I chose not to do that. I'm a lease driver, so I like to have more control and more say so about what I am and what I'm not gonna do and when I want to go home. And I also like to bring more home, especially with all the time that you spend out on the road. So that's pretty much all that I have to say about uh being a lease operator and what Hirschbach has to offer. What I do not like though about Hirschbach recently, they slowed our speed down. We used to be 67 on the pedal, which is odd, and 70 on cruise. And now we are 65 on the pedal and 67 on cruise. And the reason why I don't like that is because I do not like being able to pass somebody up that's going too slow or causing me to have to slow all the way down just to keep my sensors and stuff from saying that I'm following too close. I like to keep a regular pace. And I also like to keep up with the flow of the traffic. I don't do no speeding. I get no phone calls from safety. I am a safe driver. Okay, I don't have no points. I don't have nothing on my CDL. I cross my fingers, and really, I ain't even got to cross my fingers because, like I said, if something may happen, that's not no fault of mine, but it ain't gonna be my fault because I'm a safe driver first. Um, so I don't like that. So, and then on this dedicated account, you running these FedEx loads. Once you pick that load up, you got 500 or 600 miles to go on an 11-hour drive time. And a lot of the times when you get there, your load may not be ready, but you didn't already set it to your drive clock. So now you got to rush against the clock to get that load there on time, you know. And going 67 dang miles per hour is not it. I was okay and happy and fine and satisfied at 70 miles per hour. Uh, yes, are there other options out there? Are there other companies out there? Yes, but I'm not gonna get into that on this video as far as what I'm gonna do on that. Right now, I'm staying put here at Hirschbach. I love the money that I make. Yes, the stuff is repetitive, but who cares? It's so many other things that you can do with your spare time. And with me being a lease operator, I can take off whenever the heck I want to take off and go do whatever I need to do for myself. So who cares if I'm seeing the same thing over and over? Because when you're an OTR driver, you're seeing the same thing over and over doing OTR. What you going from California to Florida, from uh uh Indiana to Utah, or it's still the same stuff. This country is so small. It's so big but small at the same time. So you seeing the same things over and over again. And then I like going dealing with the same shippers. When you doing OTR, whether you're doing refrigerator, whether you're doing flatbed, or whether you're doing dry van, uh, you dealing with you dealing with so many different shippers, so many different rules, so many different work ethnics. Sometimes you can get in, like I got into this receiver today at Blue Diamond. Shout out to Blue Diamond. They were good on both ends. They was good when I picked up the load, and they was good when I dropped off the load. I wasn't there no longer than 2 hours, and I wasn't even there an hour getting loaded in Indiana. So shout out to Blue Diamond. Everybody was nice. The place was clean. They had parking for the drivers and all that kind of stuff. But when you over the road, you deal with so many shippers and receivers and so many different rules. You deal with good workers, bad workers, where sometimes you sitting out there, you done got there at 10 a.m. and you just not leaving at 6 p.m. I don't have time for that. That's why I like the dedicated. Most of our stuff is dropping hooks. If we getting backed up and loaded, It's just they pushing on them cans. That only takes 10 minutes. If you getting unloaded, 9 times out of 10, you got a roller bed, and they pulling those same cans back off. That only takes 10 minutes. Then you go drop the trailer and go on about your business. I mean, you can't beat that. Hirschbach also has a Tyson account. On the Tyson account, if you're a lease operator, they basically pay for your truck payment and all that kind of stuff, and then the minimum on that account is $1,600 if I'm not mistaken. So once all of your stuff is paid, the minimum that you can bring home is $1,600. And of course, if you're a runner, you can make more than $1,600. They also have a Chewy account. I think the Chewy account is also a minimum of $1,600. You have the opportunity to make more once your payment is taken out and all that kind of stuff. At the least, you're gonna bring home $1,600 a week. And the Chewy is on the pet food account. And then Tyson, of course, is Tyson. They make chicken. They got all kind of stuff. Um, they got a Walmart account. They got several different accounts with Hirschbach other than just the refrigerated OTR. And they growing. I just don't like the way that they changed our speed limit. So my thing is, if you wanna be a lease operator, just do your research. If you want to be a company driver, make sure you work for the right company. Talk to the other drivers. See how they being treated, because it's all about how they. Because you can get with some crappy companies, and even with their lease drivers, you get a bad driver leader. You know what I'm saying? And then you start switching. Okay, I think I'm back. Let me make sure I'm still hooked up. Yep. So she said that I could hook up. I'm smoking a darn cigarette right now. So let's get out and check and see. Oh, okay, we good. We good. We good to back on up. Yep, I think I'm hooked up. Get my gloves and my flashlight. All right, let's go. How you get your light? If we got connected all the way up under here. Got my flashlight. And we did. It went all the way. Let's see, can y'all see? Yep, we hooked up. Now we're gonna let the legs go. rocking a little bit. This is my lady girls, and it's like both pads are all good. I drive mainly nights. It was good to get this broken load that I got because I got to drive a little bit in the daytime. I can do more. I just don't like all the traffic in the daytime versus tonight. Go back here and get this chalk. And y'all, we're looking pretty good on these wheels. Don't see no lumps. None of that. We got both the mud flaps. I'll take the other side when I pull off. So we are hooked up. Just a second. Gloves off. We are good to pull off and go grab our paperwork. Hey, we beating somebody. There's another driver still here. I don't know, it say I got 1 viewer, 1 minute say I got 72 viewers, 1 minute say I got 100 viewers. I'm thankful for anyone. Even if you don't see it live and you go back and watch it, I appreciate it. So, I'm going to leave y'all in here because she was looking kind of crazy when I didn't want to say my phone number out loud. She kind of put 2 and 2 together of what I was doing. So, I can still talk to y'all until the volume goes out. So, I'm going to walk in and get my paperwork. Oh, no, we need to go check the other side of the tires. That's what we need to do. And y'all, I got my Memorial Day deck decor. Ain't that nice? God bless America. And this trailer, she is shiny and new. I'm gonna beat both of them out of here. Look at these tires. These are brand new tires. Oh, what kind of bug is that? It's a ladybug, yellow. Oh, she's beautiful. Gonna get these doors ready to close. Got the lock in here to keep. These are the cans, y'all. Y'all can see the cans. Put this flashlight up. Like that one. She gonna come out and bring a seal. I think she wants to go in. Like I said, she's tired. Whew, hold on. put this hammer up, and then I'm going in to grab my paperwork. So I'll be back. Do all that. I'm gonna do all that on the tablets. Alrighty. Oh, what's that? Oh, got my light on up there. All right, let's see. Oh, I don't need to take my shoe off yet. Nose running now. What's 60026. All right. So, with all that being said, I think I said enough, y'all. If you looking to, you got 6 to 8 months experience, and you looking to come on to Hirschbach, please feel free to ask any questions that you need. When you do apply, oh, well, let me talk to you about that too. I can talk to you about orientation. Right now, I think they have a $10,000 sign-on bonus. Of course, you don't get that up front. You get that over time. Also, the orientation pay is $800. They will bus you to a location.
They will fly you to a location, or if you need a rental car to bring all of your belongings to orientation, so that way once you get done and you're seated on the truck, you don't have to go home to pick up nothing. You can bring all of that in your rental vehicle. So again, they will fly you, they will bus you, or they will get a rental vehicle, whichever you like. Orientation is basically 2 days. The third day, you basically waiting for everything to come back. They take a drug, you take a urine test. They also do a hair follicle test as well. So keep that in mind. Um, what else do they do? So yeah, hair follicle and urine. And when all of that comes back and they find a truck for you, whether you're a company driver or a lease, if you're leasing, just know this: you do not have to take the first. This is something that you're gonna pay for, so you do not have to take the first thing that they're giving you. If you don't like it, tell them, "Hey, I will wait until you all get something better." Uh, Same way with the company drivers. Same thing. This is gonna be your home when you're out on the road, away from your family. You want to be comfortable, so you do not have to take all freight liners. The 27s are on their way. Currently, they have 23, 24, 25, 26. The 23s are on their way out the door. Out, they're going to strip the tags off of them and sell them. So pretty soon it'll just be 24, 25s, and 26. Uh, so orientation is basically 3 days. If they find a truck for you and you want the truck and it's not wherever you are, they will give you the rental car to go and pick up your vehicle. I meant to go pick up your truck. Once you get there and you actually see the truck and you're not satisfied with it, back to the drawing board. They'll pay for you to stay in the hotel until y'all can figure something out. But more than likely, they'll get you, what you need, because they're in a hurry to get you out uh, on the road. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to do my little paperwork at the same time that I'm talking to y'all. So once you complete the 3 days, they give you your com data card, your uh, trip sheets, your seals, your extra seals, your com data checks, uh, a driver log, a ELD log. You gotta have one paper log in your truck at all times. Your permits and all that kind of stuff will be on your truck in a binder, and you want to make sure you go over that to make sure everything is updated. If it's not, you can go back into the terminal and get your logbook up to date. We have the new IFTA stickers, so your truck should come with a new IFTA sticker. 10:45 a.m. What's today? 6. Okay, so once you complete those 3 days, when they give you your com data card, your first 400 of the 8 will be downloaded onto your card right then and there. And then once you go out and deliver your first load, the other $400 will go straight to your com data card. We do have direct deposit, or you can get your money on a com data card and transfer it over to your bank account. if you are interested in coming to Hirschbach, please use my driver code. It's ELLLES. ELLLES. And I appreciate y'all riding with me over here to pick up my load. I am going to get off of here and get in my mode. And I hope that you all, and whoever that one's still watching, I think I know who that is, need to go to sleep and get some rest and focus on yourself as I'm doing. It's love always, but uh as I was saying, I thank y'all for watching. And I will be back. And in the next week or so, I will have my GoPro, and I will most definitely be on some regimen to help with this weight loss. Because I don't want to have I don't have no high blood pressure, no diabetes, and none of that, and I don't want to start having that. I'm 45 years old, y'all. I'm a whole grandmama out here in these streets. I am a granny. My oldest is 29, and my youngest is 25. So I want to be around to see all of my grandbabies, and I want to see some more accomplishments from my kids. So I do not. I mean, if I die at 80, I think 80 is long enough. But I definitely don't want to, leave this earth at 45. I got stuff to do. Stuff to do. So until the next time, folks, thanks for tuning in with Sweet Trucker 901. Holla at y'all till the next time.